Hello everyone! My final project is a short horror film that is inspired from some of my dreams when I was younger. Part of the experience is having a sleep paralysis, which is why there is a scene where only my eyes are able to move. My way of waking up with this kind of dreams is always praying and telling myself to wake up multiple times before being able to finally be fully awake. The story doesn't really have that much dialogues, but more on ad-libs since there isn't anyone the character gets to converse with. And since I no longer have enough time to record these ad-libs, I just completely removed the dialogues and rely to the background music and sound effects to incorporate the feelings that I want the film to have. Now, in order to capture the video clips for my project, I use 3 cameras. The Canon EOS 600D that is mounted on a tripod to capture sceneries with better depth of field, and Moto G5, an Android smartphone, and Sony Handycam DCR SX43E to capture the whole sceneries in a shorter distance. I wanted to make a point of view scenario, so I thought of using a DIY GoPro-like camera, using my smartphone that is instead mounted to a monopod which is sewed to a cap. This is what I use in a staircase scene, so my hands are visible when I open the door. On the other hand, in order to set the focus of my DSLR camera, I often use a dummy like a chair or even an ID lace and place them to the position where I'll be standing or sitting. This way, it will be less time consuming in setting the focus instead of me just keeping on doing a trial and error in setting that up. For the lighting, I used a lampshade, a desktop lamp, and a flashlight, which I use for the dark staircase scene. Now for editing, I use DaVinci Resolve version 16. My video transitions are mostly cuts, a few deep to color dissolve, smooth cut, and blur dissolve, which I use in a text transition. If you have watched my FMA 5, which is about screen mask, you will notice that I also use that technique, but as a transition from the door of the staircase to our living room scene. I also put some overlays in some of my video clips to make them more interesting. Other techniques that I applied is point of thought and Kushlov effect. For the audio track, I used several soundtracks, which I all got from the YouTube audio library. I did this to make the video interesting, as you get to hear a different soundtrack whenever there is a shift of scenarios.